Next, we're on a 9C, and that's the consideration approval of a second contract amendment with Crossland Construction Company for the construction manager at risk services for the construction of a joint use library in YMCA, including guaranteed maximum price GMP 2 and resolution number
34-24. 34-24.
34-24, appointing the purchasing agent for $818,605.33. Yes.
Yes, sir, Mayor. Andy Conyers, Assistant City Manager of Administration. So it's my privilege to bring you good news tonight about the second bid package related to the YMCA and library. So the few slides that I'm going to cover are just a more condensed version of the material that's in the packet that was available on our website for all the public to view. So just thought I'd condense that information just a little bit. So again, just a little bit of project background on this. Currently, the Edmond Library in downtown is the busiest in the state. And then our two YMCAs, the Mitch Park is the busiest of the 14 in the Greater Oklahoma City region. And then the Rankin facility off of 9th is the third busiest. And so a three-way partnership was formed between the City of Edmond, the Metropolitan Library Commission of Oklahoma County, and the YMCA of Greater Oklahoma City to construct, operate, and maintain a facility that's a little bit under 72,000 square feet. And it will be a joint use building located near the intersection of 15th and I-35. So as we like to talk about, this is a multi-generational community space that will be a hub of activity for the community. So here's a picture to go with the project background. So there's the square footage there on the left and the components that will be within each of the spaces, as well as the meeting rooms and lobby you see at the bottom. So just to orientate everybody again here. So here is 15th Street here. Just to the left of the screen, there is I-35. And again, this is land that was purchased from Henderson Hills Baptist Church that will allow for a shared entrance as well as shared parking, which one of the great things about this is it minimizes the reduction of trees on the site because it doesn't have to be parked within the acreage that was purchased from Henderson Hills. So here's just some pictures of renderings of the facility. There's the main entrance. There's looking from west back to east. You see the playground area here, which will come up here in just a minute. And then here's the lobby. So as you enter the facility, more of the library functions will be off here to your right, and then the YMCA will be back here, and then the natatorium, which includes the pool, will be right here. One basketball court with the hoops there. So that's another of the items here this evening with this bid package was the goals and some of the netting for the facility and this space right here. And then again, here's the natatorium for the lap pool and then the splash pad that will be contained within this. So this agenda item, what's contained here is, again, the second amendment to the contract with Crossland Construction, who will serve as the construction manager at risk for this project. And again, their overall goal is to make sure the building is built safely, timely, up to a high quality, and within budget. So all of these scopes that were in this, as well as the first one, were publicly bid for all the various components. So the 6 scopes in this project were overhead doors, sports equipment, general trades, fencing, some additional landscaping, and playground equipment. So again, Crossland has the responsibility to manage all the subcontractors, associated with these packages. So again, just as a reminder, the construction budget, which is capped, is $31.64 million. And how that breaks down is $30 million from the City of Edmond, $1.5 million for the YMCA, and $140,000 for the library. So just another chance to say thank you for our partners for stepping forward because originally there was no dollars to be committed from them at the front end of the project for construction, just only dollars on the back end from the YMCA over a 15-year period of time. So their commitment up front allowed us to move forward more quickly with construction and also not to cut square footage from the building. So as costs began to escalate, the city was able to still commit to $30 million of construction dollars, and the YMCA and the library came in over the top of that to make sure that we could move forward with construction and not have to reduce square footage. So again, this bid package this evening, which is for the guaranteed maximum price, is $818,605.33. Previously, a little over $29.1 million was a previously approved item that came before you all. And so I had mentioned that there was 6 scopes that were bid out with this, and we did receive good news on 5 of those scopes. So all but the playground equipment is what is before you this evening to accept. The playground the playground equipment came in over the line item budget, but within the overall budget. But the partners got together and weren't comfortable with the price. So some of the scope will be modified and it will be publicly bid again for the playground equipment. So there'll be one more bid package to come forward to you all for approval of the playground equipment. And then just a reminder, post-construction, the library and the YMCA will equip, operate, and maintain the space. The city owns the land in the building, as well as maintenance of the parking lot and pavement, and then the entrance. And then over a 15-year period of time, the YMCA will repay the city for their proportionate share of design and then construction plus interest, which is capped at $13 million over a 15-year period of time. And then the next steps, of course, a groundbreaking was held on August 8th, and currently on the site, there's clearing, grubbing, and dirt work taking place before the utilities are put in and prior to vertical construction occurring. So the facility will be open in early 2026, which is an 18-month construction timeline. And for recommendations, the construction manager at risk recommends approval. Be happy to answer any questions.
Thank you very much. Council, any other questions, comments for staff?
Yes, sir. I just have a question and a comment. I've had several questions over the past several months about the CMAR process.
Yes,
Don't
sir.
always agree with it. You and I had a conversation last week. I didn't agree with the answer I got there. If possible, I'd like to ask the city manager or you to put together a 30-minute tutorial for me to fully understand what we're doing at times.
Yes.
On the CMAR process. I hear it's the best thing since sliced bread, and I still can't figure out why we're paying people 3.75% to buy teeter-totters or a basketball goal. And you tried to talk me through that, and I appreciated part of it. Some of it I didn't quite agree with. So if we could put that together for me, I would appreciate it. I've tried to get some answers in the past about it, and I have, not to my satisfaction, the answers. Close, but not quite there, and I'm still wanting some answers. So if you could find time next week, please, to sit down with me and go over the past concerns I've had, and obviously it's some I'm going to have in the future, because I really need an answer on that teeter-totter item. How in the world somebody gets paid 3.5% to buy playground equipment? And I know you gave me your answer on the telephone, and I don't agree with it. I don't agree that that's sound policy. And if it is, I'll be the first to admit I'm wrong. But right now, I don't think it is.
Okay.
Thanks.
Any other questions, comments?
Do we have on, since we have had a good tenure at Mitch Park, have learned some things, are there some things that we're able to apply to this project? One would come to mind would just be kind of the AC units over at the Mitch Park. I know a couple years in now, we're having some challenges, maybe how they're engineered. Are there some things that we can do based off of that YMCA project that we can kind of learn from that we're applying on this one?
Yeah, specifically with the heating and cooling. So with the thermal units that heat and cool the Mitch Park YMCA, the decision was made not to utilize that method here. So
it'll be some sort of different AC.
Just central, it's just central HVAC. So different than the system that's the thermal system that's being utilized at Mitch Park. So yeah.
And then do we know? Mr. Moore brought up playground equipment. One question I'd have: is any of it going to be sort of ADA accessible? Do you know?
Absolutely. Yeah, it must be. Yeah, it will be.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Any questions, comments, Steph? Very good. Well, Council, what would you like to do for item 9C?
I move to approve item 9C.
Second.
Motion second. Please cast your vote. Item is passed. Thank you very much.